First topics demand. Actually, demand means what to do want. But in the economic language, there are a simple definition of demand: the amount of some goods or service consumer are willing and able to purchase at each price. So there are two main words: willings and able. Willing means wish, and able means capacity, ability. You have to capacity or ability to fulfill or to fill up the condition of demand. Say, for example, you want to fly in the sky, but it is impossible for you. You have no wings. So, such types of demand or such types of want you cannot call the demand. To be demand when your willing or your wish and capacity or ability have to do. Okay. In this situation, you can call demand. Again, price or amount, the sacrifice portion to get something, to get goods service, which amount you want to pay. This is the price. And quantity demand, a total number of unit purchased at a specific price. The total amount is actually quantity demand or volume. Law of demand, it is very important. Law of demand states that another things being equal, higher price typically lead to lower quantity demand. Price and demand, the relationship opposite or vice versa, their relationship. When price high, demand low. When price low, demand high. This is the opposite relationship. This opposite relationship we can call law of demand. Law of demand. A very simple diagram. Look at the right side of the slide. When price 1 taka, demand is high. When price 1.2 taka, demand gradually less than before. In this way, when the price 2.2, this price is higher than others, demand size is a small size demand. So price and demand are the opposite relationship. This opposite relationship is called law of demand. Another example I try to show here. This price line and this quantity line, price when on, demand 500. Again, when price 2, demand are decreased from 500 to 400. In this way, gradually decrease and increase. Price increase, decrease demand. Demand increase, price decrease. The opposite relationship in the same way. Finally, you try to a line or slope. Demand curve always time slope. This is the relationship between demand and price. The opposite relationship is called demand law, law of demand. Another example or short questions. Set race Poribash assumption. Set race Poribash assumption. There are some concept I try to here. The set race Poribash assumption is a Latin phrase That means other things being equal. Other things mean third things. You should assume the same. A fantastic example I try to show here: weather condition. Cold weather might increase coffee sale. When weather very cool, you assume or you think coffee might be increase sale. This is the condition, but in ceteris paribus, you think cool weather no sense your habit or sale. You thinking this thing is called ceteris paribus. Another available of substitute: a new tea shop opening nearby. When a new tea shop opening nearby your shop, your sale or purchase may be decrease or increase effect or sense, but in ceteris paribus you think no sense, everything are equal. This is the ceteris paribus. A simple definition are given here. Change in demand. By what factor the demand is changeable? A change in demand refers to a shift the entire demand curve. Entire demand curve or shift or change. The entire demand curve will either shift right or shift left. Right and left. Any angle may be changed. Some specific factor that automatically affect on the demand. Factor affecting demand: preference, income, price to substitute, and complement, expectation, and population. This component affect the demand. Say for example, taste shift to greater popularity. A things a huge popularity. A brand hold a huge popularity, but this product or brand highly chosen by people. So in this situation, have to sense the demand curve. Another, population like to buy raise. More population, more create a demand. So population affect the demand. Income raise. Income raise, you newly demand or arise in your mind. Okay, so income raise are effect of demand. Income increase, demand increase. Income less, demand less. This is the relationship. Price substitute raise. Alternative. Alternative product. This alternative product effect on demand also. Price of complement falls. User expectation encourage buying. These factors are affect directly on demand or demand curve. This another example, thus vice versa. First indicate D1, second indicate D0. And first example, first indicate D0 and second indicator D1. The same. No worry about this. This factor are detailed elaborate here. Factor affecting demand, income. Income increase, the demand for normal goods increase. Income increase, normal demand for normal good increase. A product whose demand fall when income rise is called inferior good. Inferior good, this is not perfect good. In the times of inferior good, The income raise, demand not raise on the basis of inferior goods. Say, for example, a low quality brand, your income huge, but you want to no buy a low quality brand. And rotten fish, your income is heavy or smart income, but you cannot buy the rotten fish. So these types of goods are called inferior goods. This income ultimately affect the demand. Another preference. Preference. If you priority one or two things, you no consider your price. You have to purchase. So preferable or preference goods or demand must affect demand. Okay. Composition population. If population are increased day by day, if demand also increase day by day. So for example, in a area or in a location, people are living 2000 and they want or use 10, 10 metric ton rice every day. Again, population are increased by another 10,000, your rice also needed the more. So population are affect the demand. Supply. Another example is the supply. Supply means distribute. What is the supply? The law of supply says that the higher price typically lead to higher quantity supplied. Here is a homogeneous relationship. Price more, supply more. Say for example, a product per unit $10. You want to buy $20. So total quantity here 400. Again, the price are increased 10 to 20. Your demand is 200. So ultimately, the supply are more in this situation. So in the supply purpose, the law of supply are homo direction. Price increase, demand increase. Okay, homo direction, the relationship between. But before slide, we have discussed demand increase if price low, demand decrease when price high. This is the opposite relationship, demand and price. But supply and price, the relationship are homogeneous relationship. Price high, supply high. Supply high, price high. This relationship is homogeneous or same direction, the relationship. And give an example, price on your quantity one, your quantity 500. Price 1.2 and supply this stage. So gradually are increase. Price increase, supply increase. Okay, this is the law of supply. Supply curve. When you try to prepare a diagram, and one upon you try to a line bottom to ups or ups to bottom. This is the supply curve. Another example of supply curve. A rise in price almost always result in increase the quantity of supply, that of goods or service. Goods or in the perspectives or in the purpose of goods and service, price high, supply high. Price low, supply low. This is the another issues. Okay. A rise in price almost always result in an increase in the quantity supply of the goods or service, while the fall in price result in reduction of quantity supply. When fall the price, supply also fall. When price is the high, supply is the high. Okay. Supply and price are uh, same direction, the same manner. They try to advance. Factor affecting the supply, some factor are affect the supply, cost of labor, materials, machinery, etc. If the cost this item, your decrease your profit. If decrease the cost of this item, your profit will increase. So profit and supply are same direction or the same direction they try to maintain. Okay, other factor that can be cost of production, including weather or natural condition, new technology for production, government policy and tax policy. This is the another factor that affect the supply. This is the supply curve. Equilibrium. Equilibrium means a balanced figure. No gain, no loss. No loss, no gain. This is a balanced position. This is the equilibrium. When demand and supply, there are same to same. The more the demand, the more supply. In this position is called equilibrium. Another example of equilibrium, the equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity occur when the supply and the demand curve cross. Since the quantity demand is equal to the quantity. That's mean when supply and demand are same, this is the middle position, equilibrium. This position is called the equilibrium, demand and supply. How much demand, how much supply? It is the same figure or same quality between demand and price and intercept on each other. The intercept point is called equilibrium. Equilibrium are very simple. Surplus and shortage. In the economics term, surplus and shortage. When you go to the financial accounting, you will call net profit, gross profit like this. When you go to the managerial accounting, you will call margin, operating margin like this, like this. But in the economics condition, surplus and shortage. When demand are low but supply is a huge, this is surplus. Shortage. When demand is a huge, supply is a very low, it is a shortage. Health and economy. In the health economy, there are some conditions. Economic indicator and economic goal. An economic indicator is the statistic that provide valuable information about the company. An economic indicator is statistic that provide the valuable information about the economy. Good. Then lagging economic indicator report the status the company a few months in the past. That means lagging means past. You want to supervise your past result. This event is called lagging economic indicator or lagging. Lagging means not in front, backside. Leading economic introduction, lagging a predicting that status of the company there are 12 months into the future. Okay. But leading means is the advancement or successful your economic. Your economic is very strong. Like this, focus at a leading economics. The world market-based economy all share the following three main goals. There are three main goals in economic indicator as first growth, high employment, and price stability. Today we will discuss about the high employment because employment is very essential, like our country is for this. Price stability. Price stability is very important to maintain a stable economics of a country. On the basis of price stability, they depend on inflation and hyperinflation. Inflation, deflation. Inflation means the price day by day increase, quantity increase of price. And deflation means devaluation of money, decrease the value of money. Hyperinflation, when inflation are more increase and increase day by day, hour by hour increase. In this situation, it's called the hyperinflation. Now, something is a hyperinflation in some area of Dhaka city. Okay, most economists believe that a steady level of to moderate influence ideal. That's when the inflation, deflation, hyperinflation are depend on price stability. Consumer price index. Consumer price index measure the sales in the price level of the consumer goods and service purchased by household. But in this index, there are some fixed uh, point. At first, food and beverage, housing, apparel, transportation, medical center, recreation, education and communication, other goods and service. This is the under KPI, CPI. CPI means Consumer Price Index. This is the another slide, business cycle. A business cycle when the business are combinedly boost up. This is the business cycle. Here there is a throw. That means you have to go into this point. So throw, then expansion. Expansion means are broad, huge. This is the expansion. Then peak hour. Peak hour is the very danger of a product or a business. This peak point, anytime decline in this situation. So this peak point are very crucial. Another contraction, that means price, fall the price in this situation. construction. Again, annual report. Then we can call the growth trend. Growth trend. But first time growth trend, you cannot call the growth trend. Second time growth, you may call the growth trend because the second times up the line, it is very crucial when you try to practice these types of diagram by other valuable software. Okay. Stage of economic. There are four stages of economic expansion. In this stage, economics are grow up, grow up, grow up. Peak at most point where a chance to peril for a customer, for a partnership or ownership, because at a specific time the business are expansion or high, and at last point peak up, but peak point is the last stage of the product or the business contraction, again try to decline and ultimately decline. Okay, this is the stage of economic. Recession and depression. Recession and depression. To know the recession depression, we have to know at first the difference between recession and depression. Recession is short-term economic declining. Depression is the long-term sharp economic downward. And a recession decline the GDP for two consecutive quarter. Prolonged decline in GDP lasting year. Prolong their weight. Okay, in depression. Decline in GDP for two consecutive quarters. Side by side, revenue and employment often reaching a double digit. That's meant the work or activities is to go down, not inactive. Depreciation, consumer spending, the investment, drastic reduction in consumer spending and investment. This is the last slide student discussion because in economics purpose, very crucial term I try to introduce with you